Hey, what's going on? Jason right here. In this video, I encourage you to grab a cigar and get ready because I'm going to review one myself. This is the Roma Craft Intemperance line. I think there's 4 cigars in this line. This is the XVIII. So what is that in Roman numerals? 18? Yeah. This one is a 4.5 inch by, says on the wrapper, let me see if I can even read this. 52, 4.5 inch by 52. It's kind of like a, what would that be, like a mini Robusto size or a Rothschild size. And I'm going to tell you what notes we're supposed to get on this, and we'll see if we get them. I've got a caramel pecan coffee here, just black, to pair it with. I'm always seeking out that next Connecticut wrapper good light stick. I don't smoke light sticks all the time, but I do like to have several that I really like in case I'm in the mood. Monte Cristo does a great job with these. So let me tell you what they say the notes are supposed to be, and then we'll get into it. Smooth, seamless, Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper. Covers a long leaf blend of Dominican and Nicaraguan tobaccos. It is a mellow, creamy cigar with notes of earth and spice. With a touch of sweetness on the finish. And what's interesting is I just made another video and talked about the color of a wrapper generally gives you an indication of strength, but I said it's not always true. This is pretty light, and it says this cigar is medium bodied. So we'll see, but it's an interesting combination of supposed flavors. Let's see what we think about it. This is my first time smoking this cigar. I've actually never had a Roma Craft that I'm aware of. And I got it because it was inexpensive, and these on cigarpage.com right now, 5 packs, $27. So I'd make it just over $5 a stick. So it's kind of in our budget line. I'm on this quest to find the best cigars kind of in the budget line, and we're calling that, I think we said $7 or less. So if it's first time to the channel, check out our other videos. You see what I'm talking about. But let's get into it. I'm going to go with a nice straight cut, this style. And I will be competing. You can already hear it. I'll be competing with frogs and marsh birds and whatever else wants to make a bunch of noise. Okay. Some people do that for flavor. I do it to test the draw. It could be wrong. It feels a little tighter than I would like. We'll see. Got a single flame lighter. I bounce between single flames and triple flames. Single flame, the precision on the touch up and stuff is what I like. Interesting. Interesting. Definitely very, very light on the start. Light and creamy for sure. I'm wondering, when you watch videos like this, let me know in the comments, are you also smoking a cigar or doing something you enjoy that's relaxing? I typically do. Let me know. So I mentioned tree frogs and marsh birds. I am in coastal Georgia. It is July. Very humid and rainy time of year. And we had just a warm, kind of a drizzle for the last couple of hours. So it's pretty nice. You're not going to be able to see it with me, but believe it or not, it's a beautiful sunset over that way. And I actually have some lighting here above me I may have to activate as we lose daylight, but we'll see. So far, very light. Very light. There's a little flavor. I'm getting just kind of the lightest kind of a rich cedar, very light but pleasant. I will tell you, when it was not lit and I drew through it, I was concerned it was going to be a tight draw. It's not. It's good. No concerns. I like my draw buttery, airy light. Like I like no resistance. And some of my buddies know this about me, but if I have to use a draw tool, man, I generally will just stop smoking the cigar. I think it just ruins the experience. I'm not a fan because it doesn't really work very well. I've used a draw tool several times, and it might help, but it's not the same. I'll go back to my notes and see what I'm supposed to be tasting. Yeah, that cedar, it's very, very light. Very good. Very light. Am I tasting earth or spice? Or sweetness? Those are the unanswered questions, friends. Now, this coffee is just poured. I don't even know if I'll be able to drink it yet. It's hot, but I'm going to try to take a sip here. That's good. Price point. And this, I tell you what, somebody's new to cigars or wants to try something out, or you got friends or unexpected guests who are like, hey, can I have a cigar? This is one you want to give them. Seriously. Interesting. I get just the faintest. I don't get any earth. Earth isn't a flavor that, well, maybe I do. I don't like the word earthy because it sounds like it should taste like shit. You know what I mean? Like nothing you can say, oh, this steak's earthy. Like nothing earthy is going to get you excited. So the flavor is changing already, which is cool. It's really, really mild, really, really mellow. The cedar flavor was less pronounced than it is on a Monte Cristo White. So if you ever smoked a Monte Cristo White, I really like that a lot. For me, the Monte's got a kind of a nice cedar note to it. This is even lighter. Yeah, so I bought a Roma Craft sampler recently, and it came with 5 cigars, and 3 or 4 of them are this Intemperance line. And I was looking on Cigar Page's site where I got it, and I think there's 4 in that line. I don't even know what that word means, but I've got several of them. There's some other very, very different cigars that I've got in that pack. I'll be reviewing soon, but I was kind of in the mood. I was like, let's try something a little lighter, see what happens. But so far, I would say, yeah, it's changing. Almost maybe breakfast blend coffee level. So it's funny. I recommended a buddy buy some cigars, I don't know, a month ago. And it was I've been smoking them a lot. It was the Drew Estates Factory Smoked Sweets. And I buy them in the Robusto, the 5-inch size. That's what I generally buy with stuff. There are some exceptions, though. But anyway, he had one, and he said it's pretty good for the money. I mean, it's like $2 a stick. But he decided to order himself a pack of 20 in Toros, and just lives across the street. I was over there, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, a week and a half ago, and he's like, hey, man, you want these? And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, I hate them. I don't want them anymore. So I took them back, threw them in the humidor. I was over there again last night, and I actually had one of them, and immediately I was like, these don't taste right. They taste very different than my Robustos. Is it a size thing? Who knows, right? It's a mystery. Now, as I got halfway into it, it smoothed out and mellowed out, but the first third wasn't good. Flavor was just off. It just didn't taste great, but I stuck with it and it was all right. But anyway, I don't remember what my point was. I'm just talking here. See, if you were going to smoke before lunch, and I'm not a daily smoker, but if you were going to smoke before lunch and you don't want to taste that all day, this is the type of cigar you want. Dare I say a breakfast blend? So that cedar flavor has really, maybe maybe it's gone. Say if it's not gone, it's close. It's really mellowed out. It's actually a really nice pairing, if I'm being honest with you. You know, you don't expect. What do you expect for a $5 stick? Really, what it is it's a new company, a new variety you've never had. And a lot of, I don't have a lot of cigar reviews on my channel. If you like this kind of stuff, I've got some more. I've got some good ones on there. But the other cigars I've reviewed prior to this one, every one of them, I had smoked before, so I kind of knew what I was walking into. Not this, it's brand new, kind of a blind test. I kind of like this, format. So, okay, I see what you're doing there. So I like a stick that changes. I think we all do. If you're watching and you're like, what's he talking about? So when I say a stick changes, the flavor actually kind of transitions throughout. Some cigars are the same front to back, and it's the same the whole time, which is fine. This has changed. It started off, I said, cedar, a little touch of earth or leather or something, a little breakfast blend coffee, and now I'm going, hmm, I'm getting just a hint of spice, and it's not like a black pepper spice. It is just a, you know, if you want to call it a baker's spice, a lot of guys will use that term. Very faint though, pleasant amount, not too much. Kind of on the finish, right? There might be just a sprinkle of light brown sugar. I'm a barbecue guy, so I'm thinking of light brown and dark brown sugar, maybe just a touch, but very good cigar. This would pair well with any of your coffee drinks, chocolate, milk, bourbon, beer, anything you want. So we will we will give you updates in the second and third of this thing as well. Camera looks like I've got good light with my eyes. It's getting dark, so I will be activating the lights above me here in a second, just to make sure that you can see what I'm doing and what's going on. Hmm. Yeah, now it's kind of in this, and I imagine it'll stay here for a bit. It's just in this kind of creamy toasted oak place, you know. Lets you know you're smoking something, but at this point, is this a buy again? Yeah, for its roll. Yeah, yep. We got no complaints so far. Good size. You guys can't tell, you can't feel it, but we've got a little breeze. So we've got a big river that goes around us. It goes out into the ocean about 6 miles from here, St. Mary's River. And that river provides pretty much a daily breeze. And just since I've started this video, the humidity's dropped. The rain looks like it stopped. Got a pool in front of me. I don't see anything falling. It's just a real nice, you might even be able to see it, hear it. Yeah, got a real nice breeze moving through here now. This is a treat for July, but it's how it is here. We get really nice weather a lot. So I just ran in the house, and my wife is making cake pops. and I just had a some sort of an orange marmalade cake with like the white icing almond bark on it. Pretty damn good. I don't even like orange marmalade, but pretty damn good. I've got that sweetness in my mouth, so I figure I'd take another puff of this. That's nice. By the way, I know people get geeked out about this. Check out that ash head. Good solid construction right there, isn't it? Frogs are frogs are activating, and I had to fire up a bunch of lighting, so it appears that it's not nearly pitch black out here, but it is. So we'll chug on anyway. All right, so interesting. The beginning of the second third was the most life in the stick. It showed its medium body, right? So cigar starts off smooth and light, ramps up to light medium, nothing crazy, and you really get into like toasted oak notes, little toasted cedar, and it's starting to kind of smooth back out a little bit now. So, is there a nicotine punch? A little, but it's not a super dark cigar, so it's nothing crazy. What I want to compare it to, just by nature, is a Monte Cristo Classic, right? The Monte Cristo Classic, at least where I buy them, has gone up in price, we'll say in the last year, 2.5 to 3 times. So I used to be able to get them very inexpensively. They're a lot more expensive now, so I won't be buying those anytime soon unless I can find a good deal. I did get a new sampler pack ordered. I think there's a white or a classic in there. So, does this compare to a Monte Cristo Classic or white? In my opinion, no. But there's a difference in price. It's just not quite as good. And I think the differences are going to be, flavor notes are similar. But I think when you get into a really good cigar, just the smoothness, the just refined, that's what you're getting. So, but for the price point, we didn't expect that now, did we? How would I rate this? 1 to 10. And you know what's funny about light cigars? I did a video on the whites. Very subjective. Some people love the Monte Cristo white. Some people absolutely hate it. I think it's funny when they're like, I can't taste anything. Everybody's palate's different, right? So I don't get that, but it's a very individual experience. So do what works for you. By the way, if you can't tell by the sky behind me, there's the sky behind me is dark. So I've got lights above me, lights over there. It makes all the difference in the world. So this gives me a new idea. Maybe I'll do these unfiltered and unplugged videos after dark series, right? Because now I got more options. So pretty cool. But how would I rate this cigar? So let me establish a 10. What I think is really, really good. So Davidoff makes a stick called the Sir Winston Churchill Late Hour. I haven't had one in a long time. That's a very good cigar. I really, really like it. So I would say that's a 10. Or some other really, really good cigars I've had. I've had a lot, but we'll call that a 10. How does this stack up by comparison? We'll say a Monte Cristo Classic is for me, right? People will disagree, maybe. I like it. I like how, if I want a really light premium stick, that Classic's hard to beat. If we call that like a 9, this is probably going to be like a 6, 6.5. So not bad. I wouldn't shy away from it. I'd recommend it, but don't take this as like it's the best light cigar I've ever had, because it's not. But for the money, for the size, nothing wrong with this at all. So if this is your first time at the channel, my name's Jason Wright. We do cigar content here. When we'll start doing more with smoked meats. I have a pit barrel cooker, drum smoker. I do have a business as well, so we do talk about lead generation, marketing automation, AI a little bit in this kind of casual setting. And that's the kind of content you can expect from me. You may pull some motivation out of it. You may find it entertaining or whatever. If any of that stuff resonates with you, I'd love for you to subscribe and come back. Check out more videos for sure. That's what we're doing here. That's what we're doing. We are on our journey to 1,000 subscribers, monetize this channel, and that opens up a whole new world of stuff. If you're a business owner and you're curious what softwares we use, you can check out any of the video descriptions. You'll see links to what I'm currently using, what I'm promoting. If you have any questions, just ask me in the comments. I'll reply. So I'm a pretty open book. Thanks for hanging out with me, my friend. Hope we can do this again soon. And I hope you got something out of this. See you in the next video.